This morning, we're going to be discussing how social media has damaged our love lives. All right, I've been joined by Mary Rose, Mrs. Mary Rose Saki, who is an entrepreneur and a counselor. And she's going to help us to break it all down and understand what's really going on here. Good morning, Mary Rose.
Good morning, David.
How are you? I'm good. Thank you. And thank you for joining us on Breakfast Daily.
I'm also very good, by the grace of God, yes.
Now,
good to talk to you this morning.
Same here. Now, let's dive right in. Social media, can you take us through how it's impacted our love lives negatively?
Thank you very much. Yeah, as we all know, technology has come to stay with us. Social media is here with us. We can reach anywhere in the world through technology and social media, and we're really enjoying it. And, like you bought a new toy or you got a new baby, you are all excited about it, playing with it 24 hours and, 24/7, taking all your time, spending so much time to know it better, to bond with it and all that. As a result of this excitement, it's impacted our lives in so many other ways negatively because we are spending too much time. And these are the three things I'm going to talk about. The three things I'm going to talk about that has been taken from us or that is gradually being eroded by social media is our time, our quality time for relationships or for our love lives.
Okay.
Quality time, communication, and then suspicion. Some suspicions, and they are all broad topics that we can delve into individually, but I'll just, hammer on each one briefly for us to get a wind on what we can do to help ourselves in these times. So, like I said, because we are spending so much time and trying to, bond, all of a sudden, you can meet all your mates all the way down to even nursery. People we haven't seen in ages. You go on social media and then you find them there. And it's exciting. You are connected everywhere.
Yeah.
But there's a disconnect in your own home or in your own love life because of all the time you are spending to connect with all those people you haven't seen in many, many years. So you end up sometimes, there was this thing that came on the same social media where a family had gone to visit their grandmother and they went there and everybody was on the phone, busily, chatting on their phones. And the grandmother was sitting there watching TV. And it's such a pity. That is exactly what it does to our relationships and our love lives. Currently, it's like you have to really decide, plan. In this generation that we live, in this millennial time, you have to know that you can't leave anything to chance. Unlike those days, things will just fit by themselves. But now, it's a big puzzle. It's a maze. You have to, be strategic about it. So you have to strategize. Yeah. Your time is being taken. You go to work, you have kids, if you have kids, or you are simply in a relationship where you have not married and you live apart. So you have commitments to your families. Yet the little time you get, you are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, Twitter, you are just following everything, and it never ends. That's one thing. So sometimes you have to decide and allot yourself some time and say, this is the time I'll do social media. And then the time, that's what I'm saying, you have to plan to be able to avoid these damages.
Yeah.
Otherwise, find yourself disconnected completely because you are on your phone, your partner is, and you are connecting to the other world while the two of you are not connecting. Because it's the interaction. When we spend quality time together and we are, enjoying each other, that's where we bond. But now we are bonding to our phones. There's so much that you are seeing on the phone and it excites you.
Yeah.
So we spend all that time, which could be very beneficial to our love lives, on other things which doesn't benefit us, which doesn't build us. So you have to be very, very calculated about it. You have to strategize your time when you do what, and when you will give. One of my daughters, she likes her phone. She likes her phone, and I'm always trying to encourage her to minimize it because of all the negative effects. And she'll tell me, "Oh, mommy, I've timed myself. I've timed myself." But it's so funny when she tells me, "Okay," so I said, "Okay, I have 15 minutes on Instagram. I have 15 minutes on Facebook. I have 15," and by the time she'll tell you, it's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you said you timed yourself, but you are spending 2 hours sitting on the phone.
Yeah.
When out of the whole day, already we don't have 12 hours. We only have 12 hours, 24 hours. We have 12 hours because most of the time you are sleeping anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you decide to sacrifice your sleep. So the little time that you have, the 12 hours that you have to go to work and follow up on other things, which takes most of the hours. The little that will be left that you have to, you use 2 hours on your social media, you know what will happen to you. You get disconnected. She wanted even to get into the habit of being in her room and then sending me messages. I said, no way, it's not going to happen here.
Yeah.
But it is happening, and it's like coming to stay. People are not noticing that it's gradually stealing our time. The time that you spend together as a family, the time you spend together as lovers, it's all going into phone and social media. On the computer and all that. And so we have to be very planned, strategize, and allocate time. I don't say don't go on it because you don't have to cut yourself off the world. So many things are happening, but be very intentional about what time you spend on it. Okay. Secondly,
no, go ahead.
Yeah, talking about communication. Now you are talking on the phone. Your fingers are too busy. You are typing. You can't be typing and talking. You can't do that. If you want to communicate, communication is not just talking, giving information. Talking is giving information and might not necessarily need a feedback. But communication goes beyond just talking. Communication even has our, it's what we call it, the body language and the spoken language.
Okay.
So as we speak, our gestures and all that are connecting our eyes. Sorry, connecting our. Give me a second. Connecting with our eyes, looking at each other's face.
Yes.
It brings a whole lot. But if you leave. You sit on the phone all the time or you're on social media all the time, you cannot communicate and you can't get to know each other. And that is where it will bring you a lot of problems because now it's like you are not focused. You don't have the full attention that your partner wants. I mean, the full attention that you need or you need to give to your partner. And as a result, these also bring suspicions. So it's a thread. One leads to the other. Now you don't communicate with me much. Yeah. You're always on media, laughing to yourself, all excited. You're popping out. Your face are all radiant. Your face is radiant and excited by whatever that you are seeing. Yeah. The person can come stand on your neck to see who are you talking to, who are you chatting with, or who are you connecting with.
Yeah.
It can't be done. And as a result, you cannot communicate or you communicate wrong information to your partner, which can be damaging because it makes your partner become suspicious.
Yeah.
So who is this person that is making her laugh so much? Look at the way she's running to her phone. This early morning, she's on her phone. She's on a computer. She's on Facebook. Who is it? You know? Yeah. And it breeds, the suspicion will breed jealousy. Now, the suspicion breeds jealousy, and it can bring selfishness because you are selfish. You don't care about the other person. Your interest is what is paramount to you. So you sit and you are just making yourself happy on social media, connected to friends, and there's a danger of falling, to like what they say, the Limomo thing, old flare and all that, because you are meeting old people. You might meet if you have ex or whatever, you could connect, or people that are not necessarily even your ex, but somebody that you admire so much in your childhood that you lost connection for no good reason,
So Mary Rose, If you're going to give us, like, in a minute, quick steps to reversing this problem, or not even getting that far, what would you say?
So, like I said at the beginning, you have to plan, you have to strategize, you have to decide what time you go on social media.
Yeah.
You have to restrict yourself, as to how far you're connecting with old people would go, because sometimes you with old people and they want to bring up certain topics or
from the past and all that.
From the past, and you have to decide to cut off those kind of conversation, or make it plain to those people that you have connected to that you will not go that way. And if you don't told that I want us to go, then forget it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that block the person or whatever. That is an extreme thing, because we are humans. We are social people. You never know when you need a person. But, I mean, you have to learn to be strict and act your plans. Yeah. Not only that, can I?
Yes, no, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but those are really salient points for us to bear in mind. And I want to say a big thank you to you, Mrs. Mary Rose Saki, for helping us to break this down. I'm sure we'll talk again not too long from now. So thank you very much to you. And
thank you.
For those of you who are watching, I trust that you've learned quite a number of things there to watch out for. Let's plan our time. Let's limit the time on social media and invest more in the present with those who are with us.